students, welcome Hushamdeed and Hushgaldanis. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, and that is modern English novel. In today's discussion we are going to discuss the introduction of modern English novel. We are going to discuss something related to the backgrounds and major trends and features. Let's quickly move to the contents. So here is the list of contents we are going to discuss in today's discussion, and these contents are showing us 4 to 5 things. We're going to discuss the introductory phase of modernist English novel, means the introduction of modernist English novel, then the background of modernist English novel and features, trends and major themes, and finally I have arranged a list of major and representative modernist novelists periodically. So let's start our discussion for today. In the backdrop of Victorian age, English novel has witnessed many changes. As we all know that the modernist age witnessed a lot of variations, like the variation from the transition from monarchy to democracy, then two major world wars. So all of these things, they have also affected the modernist literature. So modernist novel is also showing some traces of modernity and all these crises that the modernist age had to witness. So modernist novel or modern novel, it has witnessed many changes in the modernist age, in the modern era. Modern novel is more informed and engaged towards the changes of trends in the modernist age as compared to the novel of the past ages, means of the previous ages. That novel was used to teach morality, but in the modern age, just like the other genres of English literature, modernist novel also changed its patterns and its moods. In easy words, we can say that modern English novel can be defined as more authentic and excellent, stylistically as well as thematically. In the modern age, we find many types of novels emerging in terms of plot construction. Let me explain this point. It means that in the modern age, modernist novelists, they have used a lot of diverse techniques and angles for plot construction. As we all know that just like the other genres of English literature, just like poetry, just like drama, they show the traces of symbolism, they show the traces of Marxism, psychoanalysis. All these things, they have also made a great influence on modernist English novel, and that's why we can find transitional phases, and we can find variations in the plot construction and the characterization in the modernist English novel. There are many new techniques of characterization in modernist English novel. It attempts to approach the problems of modern life with diverse angles. So it isn't solely aimed to convey the constructed realities and ideologies. Rather, it aims to represent the problems in a diverse way. Just like other genres of English literature, I have already told you that in the modernist literature we find more and more individuality, means every writer, every poet, every author, every dramatist has his or her own way of representation. So we can find the same things working in the modernist English novel. So modernist novel represents the problems of modernist life with diverse angles. Modernist novel aims at reflecting the transition of age irrespective of moralization. So modern novel aims to convey the problems of modern life, the issues regarding modern life, but it doesn't aim to teach anything or to teach, especially to teach moral values or moralization. It doesn't aim to directly teach the moralization. Then in modernist novel is not necessarily didactic. So if it's not teaching morality, and if it doesn't necessarily teaching anything, then it is not didactic. As we all know that by the term didactic we mean something that is teaching something, or teaching a lesson, teaching a moral lesson. So in modernist novel there isn't anything that we can say as a lesson. So it's not didactic in its nature. This way, it solely focuses on art form. So the modernist novel, it solely focuses on the art form. Let's try to probe deep into the background of modernist English novel. Novel in past ages basically aimed to serve life. It was essentially didactic in its nature. It often sounds ironic and it aims to sound realistic. But modernist novel, it has nothing to do with reality or didacticism, as I have already told you. Modern novel is more compact and coherent as compared to the novels of Thackeray and Dickens. In the early decades of 20th century, uh, uh, means in the Edwardian time period, the representative novelists, means the novelists, those who were writing on that time, they are called Edwardian novelists. Most of these Edwardian novelists are the part of contemporary academia across the world, because we can find the very prominent and representative names in the Edwardian novelists. For example, Joseph Conrad, Henry James, Graham Greene, John Glassworthy, Samuel Butler, Arnold Bennett, and H.G. Wells, and they are known as the representatives of their age. At least they are the major novelists of their time. They have some contribution in terms of content and style of making it making the genre as a modern novel. After this phase of modernist English novel, there came the other phase that is known as Georgian period of English novel, and the novelists of the time period, they are the very phase extended for almost 25 years, and the representative novelists of this time period are H. Walpole, Compton, Mackenzie, Somerset Maugham, and Charles Morgan. These novelists and their novels were followed as milestones by many post-war novelists of the modern age, and they are not only the novelists of modern age but also the novelists of postmodern age, because all the post-war era is known as generally known as postmodern era. So these novelists inspired James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, and Aldous Huxley. And these three novelists, they are the towering figures of their time, towering literary figures, towering novelists of their time. Modern age has blessed novel with the title of the most dominant literary genre of modern age. Okay, in modern age we find almost all the genres, they were facing a lot of variations and changes, but novel can be taken as the dominant literary genre of the modernist age. Modernist novel and modernist novelists have made a great influence on the dramatists of the age as well. Means the dramatists of the very age, they got inspiration from the themes of the modernist novel as well as from the writers of the modernist novel. Its versatile way of sociological depiction inspired many dramatists as well. Just like modern drama, modernist novel is also the novel of ideas. Yes, we normally we consider modernist drama as the drama of ideas, and it was the transition in drama from drama of action to drama of ideas that we find in the modernist time period, in the modernist age. And just like the drama in the modern age, the modernist novel is also the novel of ideas. It serves social purposes as well. Let's come to the features, the major and prominent features and trends of modern English novel. Modernist English novel is both the thematically and stylistically rich in its nature. It is self-conscious, and in the reflection of the age, it is fragmented, just like the age, and it sound tersely meaningful. Now, the fragmentation isn't only showing itself as a style, but the fragmentation in the modernist novel is also depicting the state of mind of the individual as well as the state of mind of the society, because on that time they were facing a lot of transitions, they were facing a lot of atrocities during the world wars. So the fragmentations actually the reflection of those problems. So they were facing some problems in grasping the meanings of life. So this very thing is depicted stylistically as well. So the fragmentation is used as a style in modern English novel, and in this way it conveys its meanings in a more terse way, in a more effective way. Modernist novel is written, it is written in normally it is written in paradoxes. It uses paradoxes. Modernist novel, it uses paradoxes in order to convey the meanings more powerfully. It has its own order that is based on juxtaposition. Look at that. Means in the modernist novel, there isn't any chronological order. They have their own way to construct the order of the novel, and that makes the novel more meaningful. We have already discussed this very thing in the modernist drama, because in the modernist time period, in the modernist time periods, due to the effects of avant-gardians and the different philosophies, the modernist philosophies, modernist novels, drama, and almost all the literary genres of modernist time period, they got influenced from all these things. And juxtaposition is another way. It's another way to develop their own order in the novels. For example, we can find Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness. It has its own way. It has juxtaposition. It isn't written in a coherent form, but it makes the novel more meaningful, rather powerfully meaningful, this juxtaposition, the style of juxtaposition. So the modernist novel has a primary feature, stylistic feature, that is juxtaposition, and this way it conveys the meanings more powerfully. And we can find Joseph Conrad and James Joyce following this type of technique of juxtaposition in the novels. It conveys meanings more efficiently with its tools of ambiguity and uncertainty. Well, two more primary features are ambiguity and uncertainty. These are the characteristics of modernist age, and as well as they are the characteristics of the modernist novel. Man is the primary subject in the theme of modernist novel, man in relation to the universe, and man particularly in relation to the modern technological advancements. This is particularly the sole subject matter of modernist novel. Modernist novel seems like a montage. Modernist novel seems highly influenced by the prime theorists and philosophers like Nietzsche, Kierkegaard, and Karl Marx. We can find a lot of dramatists and novelists who were inspired of their philosophies. Nietzsche's philosophy, Nietzsche's the concept of Superman, and Kierkegaard's concept, and Karl Marx socialism. All these philosophers, they are followed by or they have inspired a lot of modernist dramatists as well as modernist novelists. let's come to the major themes of the modernist novel. In the modern novel conveys the concept of relativity of truth and morality. Well, they have just concluded the idea of reality and morality by saying that it is relative. Truth and morality are relative. It means, let me explain this very concept of relativity of truth and morality. By relativity of truth, we mean that everyone has his or her own side of truth. So, truth is relative, and the same way, morality is relative. Whatever is moral for you may be immoral for me, and whatever is truth for you, maybe it's not truth for me. So, this way, modernists and postmodernists, they admit that there is no ultimate truth, there is no ultimate moral value,